Northern Uganda, the women on the ground there.
You can see why I want to pay tribute to them, because it's like, well, Alice Chan, who's one of our partners on the ground, just blew me away. And going to that girls' academy and knowing and hearing just the backstories of these girls like Pauline, and just the joy that she has and all of these things. I mean, to go through such trauma of being abducted and then raped and then have a miscarriage and then a fistula. I mean, all of these things compound and compound, and yet she's the head girl of her class. She's just a beautiful spirit, and you know, and it's just, and that's the power of God's love, I believe. Like, what else could it be?
The details of some of those. I mean, Dave gave me a story just before we came to air that's very similar to what we saw. The details of some of these surgeries when there are complications with pregnancy, it's nothing short of butchery. What these beautiful young girls are going through. One of the positive things, I hope it's okay to look at the color we're all modeling here somewhere on our person today. Kelly was telling me that, you know what it's like when women come into the kitchen after a meal and are doing the dishes and cleaning up, and we all get talking. When the women sit and do a life skill like the jewelry, they have an opportunity for a very cathartic process, something that doesn't happen easily, as they begin to tell these stories. And they do need to talk about what they've been through together. And
just being with people who've been through something like them. The stigma, Charles, is such a huge thing in African society. I mean, we experience stigma in our Western society, but in African, especially in Ugandan society, women have so many pressures put on them to be a certain way, to act a certain way, to do all of these things. And so when something deviates, like being abducted and having a child with an LRA soldier, they bring that back. They wear the shame, they wear the stigma. They're seen as killers and collaborators, and you know, and they need help, they need counseling, they need kindness, they need tenderness.
And what I love, Denise, sorry to interrupt there, was that when Alice put her arm around, you know, her, I think that was the place of, I care, I love, I am your sister, I am your friend, and we're connected by God who gives us hope. And I think that's the place.
Restoration.
Absolutely.
We are all wearing today these beads, and we're actually wearing redemption around our necks and our wrists. That is because these are all made by those girls that you saw who are coming together, reinventing, having a second chance at life. And this is what we're wearing, and this is what we want to give to those who send us donations for the projects that we're working on as a thank you. They wanted us to give these necklaces as a thank you. When you make a donation, make a request for one of these necklaces, and we would be happy to.
Just a little PS, or be sure to say, yes, I would like a necklace, or I would like a piece of jewelry.
So
probably some men watching who
could get it for their wives.
Could get it for their wives and daughters.
There you go.
Sisters.